One thing about me is I love sneaky tofu, and you may be thinking, Francesca, what the heck is sneaky tofu? Sneaky tofu is exactly what it sounds like. It is tofu that is hidden within recipes, and you won't even know it's there, and it is so delicious. We're going to use it for a dressing, a dessert, and a vegan burger, and it is going to be such a great way to get some protein into your diet, to get some tofu in there. I love recipes like this because for anybody who thinks like, oh, tofu is so gross, I would never eat it, they're going to eat these and not even know that tofu is in there. So I'm so excited to share it with you. As always, the full written out recipes are on my blog. There's links in the description box down below for that. I write out all the ingredients and I list anything you may need as well. And I'm so excited to share these recipes with you. So let me know if you try them and let's sneak some tofu in.
For this green goddess dressing, you just need a ton of herbs. So we're going to start off with some parsley, some basil, some green onions. You could also use chives. And then we're going to go in with 1 lemon. This is a medium-sized lemon. We want the juice from it. I like how the juice tastes from fresh lemon better than a container of lemon juice. So use what works for you, but that's what I like. 1 garlic clove, and then we're using half a block of firm tofu. You don't need to press it. I just patted it lightly dry. And we're going to put that in there, a little salt and pepper, and about half a cup of water. And that's it. Super easy. And now we're just going to blend this up for about 30 seconds to a minute until it turns smooth and creamy. If you would like a thicker consistency, just add less water. Then I tasted it. I went in with extra salt, a little onion powder, and nutritional yeast. You could add in whatever you like. And then we just have to pour it into a jar. And that's it. It'll last in the fridge for about 5 days. Some natural separation may occur, so shake it up if you need to. And the blog post has tons of other herb ideas that you could add in there, and this was so good. Next up, we're going to make a vegan banana pudding. I love banana pudding. So we're going to start off with some bananas. We need 2 bananas. And then we're going to go in with 2 blocks of silken tofu. Silken tofu is the tofu that has the most amount of water, so it's really great for desserts. We've used it in vegan cheesecakes before as well. And we're going to empty those in there. You don't need to press it or anything. Then we're going to add in some vanilla extract, sugar, and yeah, super simple to do. Then just puree it all up until it gets smooth and creamy. This tastes so delicious. And you could also add in a pinch of turmeric if you like, to help enhance the yellow color, but totally optional, not necessary, and it doesn't make it that yellow, so don't worry if you don't want to do it. And then after we blend, I just always like to mix the sides. I was giving a little taste to make sure it tasted good, and of course it did. And we're just going to mix this up again, and then once it's all nice and creamy, we can make a little banana pudding pie. So I have a nice little tray here, and we're going to add in some vanilla wafers to the bottom. These are the store-bought brand, so they are vanilla wafers. You could use any cookie you want. I'm just going to add a layer down there. Then we're going to pour our pudding over it, and then if you want to do another layer of vanilla wafers, you can, but I actually didn't. I just did a layer of fresh banana, and then I did the rest of the pudding mix. So everybody kind of makes this a little bit differently. It just depends on how your family, I feel like, did it. This is similar to how my family does it. So I'm chopping up some banana here. This was just another banana. So you need 3 bananas total for this recipe, and it was so good. I served this to my boyfriend's parents and they were loving it, and I was like, you'll never guess it's made with tofu, and they were like, oh my gosh, I can't believe it. So it's really, really so good. And then after I put in all my little bananas, then I just put the rest of the banana pudding mix over top, and that was it. This is definitely a dessert that is best served fresh, or as close to fresh as possible. I'm gonna pop this in the fridge for like 1 to 2 hours. We don't want to really go more than that, just to help it chill and set a little bit. But because there's no preservatives or anything in here and the fresh banana, it will start to brown a little. It doesn't affect the taste. It still tastes great. And when you scoop it into a bowl, who cares? So I could not find Cocoa Whip or vegan whipped cream anywhere for some reason, so we have to do this the old school way. I have 2 little cans of coconut cream because that's all I could find. I put them in the fridge, let the solids and the liquid separate, and then I put my bowl for my stand mixer in the freezer for like 15 minutes, and then we're just going to scoop out the solid parts of the cans, add in some powdered sugar, and we are going to let the stand mixer do its job and let it beat up the coconut cream to make a cocoa whip. Again, if you can find So Delicious or vegan whipped cream, that's totally fine. I don't know, I couldn't find it for some reason, so we had to go the old school way, but that's okay. It gets nice and thick and creamy, and it's delicious. So this is it after it's sit in the fridge for 2 hours, and now I just scooped it into this pretty yellow bowl. I thought this was perfect for this. It just felt very banana-y. Add a dollop or 2 or 3 of the cocoa whip on top, and a little extra cookie crumbs. I just kind of take the 2 cookies together and scrape them, and you'll get some cookie crumbs. And yeah, it's so good. I love banana pudding pie. It's one of my favorites. And like I said, just you will experience some browning because we're using fresh bananas, but it's seriously so delicious. And I love that the tofu is undetectable in there. I mean, you would have no idea. And perfect spoonful. Finally, we're making our vegan burger, and I'm excited for this one. So we're using fava bean tofu. You could also use super firm tofu. Either or works fine here, whatever you can get. So I'm going to add in that whole block into the food processor. And then I have next up some lentils. So I cook these lentils ahead of time. You could either use canned lentils, pre-cooked lentils, or just boil your lentils. And I'm adding that in there. Then we're going to go in with some oats. Then we've got some chickpea flour. These things just help to bind it. We have soy sauce, seasonings, garlic powder, onion powder, salt, and some liquid smoke. And then we just let the food processor do its job and just pulse it. It takes about 2 to 3 minutes to form into a mixture that is good for making vegan burgers. Just scrape down the sides if you need to and just keep trucking along with it. And yeah, it's super simple. And I love that we're getting the tofu and the lentils here. Lots of good plant protein. Once it looks like this, you're good. Wet your hands slightly and you can make as many vegan burgers as you want from this. I made 4 patties that were nice, regular burger size. So I thought 4 was a good number from this. And yeah, I'm just going to shape it with my hands. Something else that helps is if you roll it into a ball and then press it flat on parchment paper. And that helps for transferring it to the pan better. And like I said, if your hands are sticking to it, just wet them slightly. It helps to form everything better. And then that's it. Now you can cook them, and you can either bake them or do what I did, which is get a pan on the stove a little hot, add a little oil, and just sear them on both sides just so they get that nice, you know, kind of like they were on the grill. I mean, they're not on the grill, but you know, just so they get a little action going on the outside. But you will want to finish it off in the oven. So it's your call. You can either just pop them in the oven right away or give them some browning first. Just cook them about 3 minutes on each side. Easy, done, delicious. I'll pop the other 2 on, get those done. And then once they were all good, I just put this in the oven for 10 to 15 minutes. And that's it. Super quick, super simple. And now you have these delicious, high protein vegan burgers that are full of great things. So let's assemble it. Let's add some lettuce. We'll add the burger patty. We've got pickled red onions. I just love pickled red onions. I think they are so beautiful and they make everything look fancy and fun. Then we're going to go in with some sprouts because I also think these make everything look fancy and fun too. And then I was like, you know what? We got the dressing. Let's put the dressing on there. So that was a really yummy burger. This felt kind of like a burger I would get at a restaurant. It felt very elevated. And then yeah, just top the bun off and that's it. Now you have a really fun burger, and these are so great. They keep well in the fridge. You can reheat them in the microwave or the air fryer or the oven. So yeah, I hope these sneaky tofu recipes help you out. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for being here. Like I said earlier, all recipes are in the description box down below, and I'll see you soon with more recipes.